Hello, folks. It is a pleasant afternoon, about 71 degrees here. I've been working outside a lot, so I'm sweating, but it's not too bad today, not nearly as hot as last time. So if you saw my last video, then you know the drill. I've got 4 different kinds of soda here. If you haven't seen my last one, the last one was about inexpensive root beers, so I recommend going back and checking that one out. So today again, I've got, and let's just get started. So the first one I have here is Shasta again. It's grape soda this time. And you might want to ask, oh, why am I bringing in the Shasta again? And it's because for anyone who's a fan of grape soda, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it. I do like it, but I actually had someone who is a big fan of grape soda tell me that there's not too many brands available anymore. So that particular person drinks the Shasta just because it's one of the more available brands. So the next one is Crush, and this is a classic brand. It's a really old brand, and of course they specialized in orange Crush, but they came out with the grape Crush a long time ago. I don't know if it was maybe in the 80s or something, but it's reputable, so we're going to test it in the lineup. And that one's got some nice carbonation in it. Seems like it's got more carbonation than the Shasta. And the third brand, the Boylans. And this seems to only come out, from what I've seen, in the summer. But Boylan's is from New York, and it is known as a reputable brand. Out of all 3 of these, Boylan's is the closest that we got to a craft soda. And the fourth one, this one is gonna probably surprise a few people. The FrostTop. FrostTop grape soda. So let's try this one. Yeah, last time, when I drank the root beer, I swear I almost got a headache from all the sugar. So hopefully I won't get a headache this time, but I'm pretty thirsty. Okay, so we got the same things in here pretty much as we had in the root beer. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, which of course is not the best. Tartaric acid, citric acid, potassium benzoate, natural and artificial flavors, red 40, and sucralose, and blue 1. Last time I was talking about how I really didn't agree with them putting sucralose in there. To tell you the truth, I try to avoid artificial sweeteners if I can. I really don't know why they have to put sugar and sucralose in there. It just makes no sense to me. Okay, let's take a look at the Grape Crush. Okay, we got cane sugar, so that's already looking better. Water, cane sugar, tartaric acid, citric acid, sodium benzoate again. It's a preservative. Natural and artificial flavors. I don't know how to pronounce that. Acacia, maybe? Acacia gum. Red 40, blue 1. So this one, it's actually a little better. It doesn't have the high fructose corn syrup. It just has cane sugar instead. Which, who knows, I think it's a little better. Some people say it's just as bad for you. But take it what you will. This one is actually a Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. It's the same company. So the Boylans, we got carbonated water, cane sugar, natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, sodium benzoate, red 40, and blue 1. So it's got the least ingredients so far than this one. Carbonated water. This one does have high fructose corn sweetener and pure cane sugar, which is kind of weird. I mean, why have them both? If you're going to have pure cane sugar, you might as well not have the high fructose corn syrup, but oh well. So we got natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, sodium benzoate. This one doesn't say anything about coloring, which is weird because, it's got a nice purple flavor. So how could it not have coloring in it? And it is distributed by FrostTop Beverages in Columbus, Ohio. So let's start with the Shasta. It's good, nice and tart. It's sweet and tart, which is good. Let's get some of the palate cleanser. This is much better. If you remember last time, we had the real stale tortilla chips. They tasted terrible. These ones are fresh. I just bought them yesterday and they're good. They're unsalted. What the hell? Let's just do an unplanned plug. Los Pericos brand. This is a very good brand in my opinion. I would say the best brand of tostadas that I have tried, I think, actually. Sodium free. They taste just as good. Better. better than the ones that have sodium. Like myself, if you tried the orange crush and you haven't tried the grape crush, you might as well just try it. Interesting. It's pretty good. It's not quite as tart, but it's very fruity tasting. It stacks up pretty well, I have to say. And I think it's actually not quite as sweet, which is interesting. The sucralose probably gives the Shasta a little boost in terms of the sweetness. But let's try the Boylans. That's good too. It's got a nice flavor. You're never going to get a completely natural grape taste. That's kind of not what these are all about. I mean, if anything, it's a little like a grape bubble gum. Like a grape bubble yum or bubblicious or something like that. So last but not least, the FrostTop. Based on my experience, FrostTop is not easy to get a hold of. I do have to say, I actually have one more brand. It's the Teddies. I'll have it next time or some other time. I'll compare the winner in this batch to the Teddies and we'll see what happens. Let's try the FrostTop though. Interesting. The FrostTop is sweeter. It's got a little bit more of like a berry flavor. Like blackberry or something. It's good. They're all good. This is not honestly quite as distinct as the root beer one. All of these have a nice flavor. None of them seems particularly weak on the first round, but let's just try them. I'm going to just start trying them without the palate cleanser. Yeah, the Shasta's surprisingly good. It's got an interesting flavor. It definitely has that kind of artificial grape taste, but it seems very refreshing. It's pretty tart too. That's one thing about it. We got my helper here, and she has to approve of everything for sure before we can finish. She's gonna have to approve of the final decision. So the grape crush again. I don't know, to be honest with you, between those two, it's really tough to pick a winner. I would almost say it's maybe a tie between those two so far. Let's try the Boylans. The Boylans is interesting. It tastes very fruity. I would say out of those three, it has the most unique taste. Okay, let's try the FrostTop. The FrostTop is sweeter. It's not quite as tart, and it's got a little bit more of a berry flavor, almost kind of like blackberry, or almost maybe a hint of blueberry or something in there, but I would say the Boylan's is better. I'd say the Boylan's wins. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I know they make good stuff, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen in this one. So the FrostTop is interesting because it has a good flavor, but in terms of grape sodas, it almost doesn't fit in with the other ones. I would say if you're just talking about grape sodas objectively, the FrostTop might be the loser here. And the Shasta and the Crush. Let's see. The Shasta's got a little bit more of a tartness. I like it actually. I think I like the tartness. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to give it to the Shasta, I think, over the Crush. I mean, that sounds weird, but that's just the way it is. There you have it, folks. Boylan's at the top. Shasta next. Crush, and then I think FrostTop might be the last in terms of this comparison. But I don't know. They're all good. Let's just put it that way. All right, that wraps this one up. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. That's it, folks. Thanks.